the engine of a vehicle that's just stopped his engine. And we're going to talk about a couple of places near to where I've been staying, or am still staying, when at the time of this recording. There's one place I've just been to, which I'm trying to get that one out of the way first because it's more of a difficult name to pronounce, or at least to say. And it's called ABBRAK-CHAMOOK. ABBRAK-CHAMOOK. It's actually ABBRAK-CHAMOOK Station. And I'll spell it in English for you, but it's a place that sells coconut smoothies and Thai tea drinks. Like a lot of places do sell that, but it's a really good value for the coconut smoothies. But yeah, so I'll spell it for you anyway. And then I'm going to talk about this other place, which is on the corner, very close to that, and on the road of Ratchadamli Road in Santitham. So let's spell that for you. First, it's ABBRAK hyphen Chamook. So it's CHAMOOK. So it's ABBRAK-CHAMOOK Station. But what it is a tiny little, well, I say tiny, I suppose the more I go there, the more I realise it's a bit bigger than I first think it is. But it's one of these outlets it's always busy. Thai people, I've never actually seen another foreigner or Falang like myself going there. That's not to say there aren't, but lots of Thai people go there. As I say, it's very good value. I've just got a coconut smoothie. I have it without sugar, without milk, and it's 30 baht, so samship. And some places would charge a bit more than that. But either way, it's this, I would say, hole-in-the-wall thing, but it's not. It's a business that's perhaps the extension of their house, out the front, but an extension of their house. Sorry about the motorbikes, but can't really avoid that here in Chiang Mai. And one sec, I'm just going to have a sip on that very drink. One sec. So it is, and it has Thai teas. It also has like a large size of the coconut smoothie. The reason I'm mentioning it is because, again, like a lot of places around this area, I've been here a couple of months almost, and you only start to get to know your area after a little while. Sorry, I'm having to move out of the way of a car coming to park where I was standing. So yeah, you kind of first of all you get used to certain places where you want to eat, and then it becomes your go-to place sometimes, and you try to go to other streets, other places, and you find other restaurants, and there's loads around here, and I don't have to go very far. I mean, I don't have to walk more than a minute to go to quite a few different restaurants. Mostly Thai restaurants. In fact, yeah, I think they're all Thai. No, there's one that's Thai, Indian, and all sorts, like kebabs and things. But this little place, it's just, you just order your drink and you go, really. There is a little tiny seating area, which is really nice, actually, because it's got lots of trickling water, sort of a mini water. I don't know if it's a mini waterfall, but it's a mini water display, plants. And in front of that is a woman who sells fried bananas, sort of fried battered bananas maybe, and also fried sweet potato. That's kind of a common thing in Thailand. You find people that have a mixture of sweet potato and bananas. You can buy them mixed, or you can just buy the bananas or the sweet potato. But it's probably not that healthy. I mean, it's got some health benefits, of course, but it's also got fried. It's fried, and I'm sure there's sweetener in there somewhere as well. I can't guarantee. I don't know that, but okay. So this place, it's just somewhere I've gone to, not every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Get my smoothie, walk around, head back home, or head to the next place I'm going to sit down at. But it's a lovely little place, and now that I've got my QR code and I can pay for stuff in a different manner rather than cash, which is what I was doing when I first went there. and which is not a problem anyway. It's just a lovely little family business. I think they might have told me how long it's been there, but it's been there a while. It's obviously got a good reputation. It's good value. I'm sure for Thais it's good value because I see so many putting up there. And I'd say there's a woman who, I don't know if she's, I'm guessing she might be the grandmother of the woman that's always running it, the woman and maybe her daughter, I'm not sure, that sells these banana sweet potato things. But I know I've seen that every day, but never actually gone and bought sorry, just seen someone on the motorbike who works in the coffee shop around here, or Ombra Coffee, which is up near, a bit more near the main road, Huakoi Road. Sorry, it's probably not going to mean much to you unless you know the Santitham. Well, you don't even have to know the Santitham area, the Maya Mall, the stretch of road that goes down to the old city, old town, and Santitham is accessible behind all that area. So anyway, I just wanted to give that place a shout out. It's a lovely, cute little place. It's not on Ratchadamli Road, the coconut place, or I call it the coconut place because that's all I seem to buy there. And it's just off Ratchadamli Road. And the way to find it leads me on to the next place. If you find Ratchadamli Road, and if you're ever unsure if you're on that road, there's a well-known cafe called Fongnom Cafe and Space. I'm mentioning it in other episodes. I think that's been there maybe 4 years or more, and it's a very popular cafe, kind of Japanese style, but standard coffee and desserts, and even Korean style desserts like bingsu. But it's on that road, so if you're on that road, you're not far. In fact, if you're sitting at this place I'm going to mention, which is called Fongnom, I think it's actually called Fongnom Fongnom. I think it's twice. And I'm guessing that's meaning something milk, because the word for milk is in that word. And it does a lot of milk drinks, but it also does khao pad, which is fried rice. If anybody knows, that's it's something it's an easy dish to have. It's fried rice, so you can have meat or you can have vegetarian or whatever you want. And I go to Fongnom Fongnom, let's just call it that, sort of very regularly. I order the same dish with Prignam Pla, the little sort of oyster chili dip, saucy thing you could call it in Thailand. And it's 40 baht. It's really good value. They know me there to some extent. And the reason I'm mentioning this, apart from it's a really good place, it's also a place where people go for desserts. But the way to find this place that I mentioned, called ABBRAK-CHAMOOK, is literally when you're on Ratchadamli Road and you see Fongnom Fongnom, you basically turn. That's on the corner of this road where the ABBRAK-CHAMOOK is, ABBRAK-CHAMOOK Station. So that's really it. I really wanted to, because I'm going to pop away from Chiang Mai for a little while. I've got a film festival to go to show my film in Bangkok, and I'm going to head down there. And it's kind of convenient really, because at the time I'm recording this, it's towards the end of Feb, and although yesterday the pollution wasn't greatly, the burning pollution wasn't that bad, it's known to be much worse, I think, in March and April. And so I'll stay away from Chiang Mai for a little while and come back. So I just wanted to mention those two places, and just, I don't know, if you're into sort of local places and treats. The thing is, I guess I'm trying to say this, I'm mentioning this because I like people to, myself included, I want to find these places, and sometimes I stay somewhere for a month and I avoid them because they're like a Thai place and I don't even know what they do, or maybe I think, they put sugar in their drinks, and when I get round to actually saying, can you do that without milk, or can you do it without sugar, and it's like, it's quite normal. But you've got, you get used to, and I'm just approaching now this other place, which I think is called SiYou, not like the Korean chain of convenience stores called SiYou with a capital C and a capital U, which is owned by a conglomerate, I think, in South Korea. Well, this one is spelled differently, and it's great Thai food. Again, I'd been here several weeks before I stepped foot in there. saw it every day. I thought, I don't think they do anything. Some of these Thai places which are tiny, they will just do the meat dishes and that's it. But there's also a hell of a lot of them which are more, they're catered for. Well, they're not catered for foreigners necessarily. They're catered for. One sec. They're catered for Thais, but they've just got a massive variety of food. In fact, SiYou is slightly more expensive for its cow pad, its fried rice, but it's delicious and it's a different style. It's like pineapple. You can have the pineapple version, which has got raisins, and it's more expensive than the 40 baht one in Fongnom Fongnom, but it's a different style, as I say. They are probably, one of my sort of acquaintances or fellow filmmaker people pointed out to me, this is a more fancy place. I thought, is it? Because I couldn't see it as that, but he was literally just looking at the prices, and to me, I might pay 40 baht for my meal somewhere, or 70 baht, and I'm very aware, because like everyone in life, we're all trying to budget to some degree. I'm aware, but because 70 baht isn't going to break the bank, I often think, well, I'm going to go there. I'm not going to go to the 40 baht place all the time. And I don't want to, you can get bored of the same food all the time. I'm not saying I get bored of Thai food. You can get bored of the same, if I went there every day and had the same food. I could actually have, and this is really off topic and I'm going to end this episode soon, I could have cow pad fried rice every day, and I often do as one of my 3 meals, or sometimes 3 meals. But if I mix it up a bit, doing it at a different place, so that's it. I'm going to round this off, and it's just a couple of local businesses. This is very, very zoned in on Chiang Mai, because if you know Chiang Mai or not, then you're not even going to know this area. You need to know, like I didn't know before. You kind of get to know these areas. When I first came here years ago, as the old town. I don't even know if it was the old town actually. I did all the touristy things, the tigers and the elephants and temples, I think. And I didn't even know Chiang Mai. I thought, that's what it is. But then you start discovering, the Santitham area. Okay, the Santitham area itself is big as well. So I am really pinpointing zoning down to a very specific area. And I'm going to leave it there because I'm rambled too much, and I'll leave you a bit of atmosphere as to play out, and speak to you in the next one. See ya.